I'm just happy to be here.
Any requests, guys? Anything anybody would like to focus on? All right, whatever I want.
Joy.
All right, joy is good. All right, let's go ahead and sit up nice and tall. Lift your shoulders up and let them roll back and down. Hands on your knees, elbows soft under your shoulders. Eyes are closed, you're gazing down. And just start dropping in, connecting to your breath. Finding that equal inhalation, exhalation, in and out through the nose. The mind wanders, focus back on your breath. Remembering that we always practice ahimsa. Adding an intention to your practice. And then bring the hands together in front of your heart and bow in, sealing your intention. And then interlace your fingers and stretch it away. And then on your inhale, reach up tall, relax your shoulders down. And just move a little side to side, find the space between your ribs. And then reaching tall and let your hands come behind your back, interlace your fingers, stretch them away, keeping the spine long. If you can lift up without dropping the spine, pick up the shoulders or the arms, and then drop it down. Inhale, reach it high. Exhale, right hand to left knee, twist, look back over the left shoulder. And then inhale, arms up. Exhale, twist to the other side. And inhale, arms up, hands down. And then just take your feet out in front. So your feet are hips width apart. And take hold behind your thighs and lift your heart, shoulders back and down. And just push your heart forward. And then just round in and hug yourself over your thighs. And then inhale, sit up, lift your heart up. And this time, holding behind your thighs, float your toes. Try to get the shins parallel. Stay here, or you can add the arms. Some of you might even extend the legs if you're ready for that. If it feels like it's in the back, then you went too far. And then hold your thighs, drop your feet, and then on your inhale, open up your thighs and exhale, fold towards your toes. And just breathe here. And then on an inhale, sit up. On an exhale, bring your knees up. And the next inhale, lift it back into your boat. You can hold the thighs if you want, less. And then exhale, lower. Inhale, open. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sit up. Exhale, knees up. Inhale, boat. Exhale, lower. Inhale, open. Exhale, folds. One more time like that. Inhale, sit up. Exhale, knees. Inhale, bones. Exhale, lower. Inhale, open. Exhale, fold. And then sit up tall. And you can come into a cross-leg position with the left foot in front. Or you're going to take that left knee, wrap it on top of the right, setting up for cow face. Gomukhasana. And then we're going to take the right arm up and bend the elbow. And just take your hand on top of that elbow and just push it down and find a stretch in your tricep. Some of you are going to stay here. Some of you are going to release the left hand so the thumb points down. It's going to be knuckles towards the back. And you might reach around. You might grab clothing. You might grab fingers. You might have a strap, or you might just keep your hand on top of the elbow. If you're here and it comes easy to hold on to fingers, you might fold a little bit to deepen the stretch. If it feels like too much, it is too much. Honor your body. And then go ahead and sit up. Release your arms, open up wide. Drop the hands and switch the legs. So you're in a cross leg with the right foot in front or right knee on top. Just take a moment to settle into this seat. And then take your left arm up, bend the elbow, hand on top of the elbow, and find the tricep stretch. So remember, you can stay here only if it feels good. You release the right hand with the thumb pointing down. Knuckles to sacrum, maybe wrap around, grab clothing or fingers. It can also, if you're holding a strap in that top hand, it's another modification. If you're easily grabbing fingers, you can fold forward and it's going to deepen that stretch in the right shoulder. Remember, you're not doing it if it hurts. That's why we practice ahimsa. And then go ahead, sit up, release your arms, take them behind you or open them up. And then take them back and release your legs. And just bring them together again and just do a little butterfly. And then exhale, fold forward. And then sit up and make your way to hands and knees. Setting up your tabletop position, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. So when you're ready, on an inhale, drop your belly, lift your head, that's your sway back. Hold and breathe into your back. Wait for an exhale, arch your back high, push the floor away, hold here. And then just moving with your breath, inhaling, sway back, and exhaling, cat. Keep cycling through your breath. Might move at different paces as you listen to your own body. And then wait for your next exhalation. Return to a flat back. Look over the right shoulder to the right hip. Push the right hip forward. And then bring it around. Look to the other side. And then bring it to center and press your hips to the back of the mat, finding child's pose. Remembering you can come to child's pose at any point during your practice. And then walk both hands to the right side of your mat. Left arm walks a little further away. Maybe the left hand stacks on top of the right. And then walk to the other side. And then come back to center. Press forward, hands and knees. Bring the knees back under the hips and send your left leg straight back. Toes on the mat, press through the heel. Find that calf stretch, breathe into it. And then scoop the belly, push the floor and lift the left leg. Circle out the ankle. Reverse. Now press through the heel. Stay here and bend your knee so the heel goes up. And we're going to squeeze. We're going to engage that hamstring and the glute. And we're just going to pulse it up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten the leg. Let it drop to the right outside and look over the right shoulder towards your toes. Now swing the leg to the left. Left arm up, circle it out. Keep the arm straight or start to let it go behind you. If you prefer the bind, you can always flip the thumb to the floor and grab that bottom inner thigh. And then bring your hand down and press your hips to the back of the mat. You can bring that knee in if it doesn't feel good to leave it out. And then shifting forward, bring the left knee in and send the right leg back. Find the stretch in your calf, breathe into it. And then scoop the belly, push the floor and lift the right leg. Go ahead, circle it. Reverse it. Press through the heel, stay there. Bend the knee, heel up, squeeze the glute and the hamstring. And we're pulsing for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten the leg, let it drop over the left. Look over the left shoulder towards your toes. Swing it to the right. Right arm up, circle it out. Keep it straight up or start to let it go back. Maybe you like the bind. Whatever gives you your best stretch. And then bring your hand down and push your hips to the back of the mat. And then shift forward, bring the knee in, tuck your toes, push your hips back and breathe into your feet. Breathe into the toes. And when you're ready, find your first downward facing dog. And just pedal out your down dog, walk it out, move it around, whatever feels good. And then lift both heels and bend your knees a lot. And then drop your heels to the right side so you feel a stretch in your hip. Just see your heels, not your knees. Like a little corkscrew, come up and then let them drop to the other side. So you're bending both knees, squatting to the side. And then come back to center, reach down through both heels. And then either drop to your knees or shift into plank and hold. And then lower all the way down to your belly. Keep the fingers in line with the tops of the shoulders. We're coming up into cobra, no weight on the hands. Should be able to lift the hands, find that middle part of the spine engaging. And then release your forehead. Inhale, press up to hands and knees. You're welcome to stay there or back to your down dog. And then one more practice round. Inhale, find plank or hands and knees. On an exhale, knees drop, unless you can keep the elbows in with the knees lifted. That's chaturanga. You might lower down or hover. You can do another cobra or extend the arms, push the floor away and find upward facing dog. And then exhale, go up and back. Hands and knees or down dog. So those are your 2 vinyasa options. And then walk your way to ragdoll. Any movement that feels good. Bend your knees, sway your hips, grab your elbows. Shake your head yes and no. And then bend your knees and squeeze your belly as you stack your vertebrae. At the top, reach. Keep your arms up, relax your shoulders down. Take hold of the right wrist, pull it to the left side. Keep pushing down through that right foot. And then come up, grab the other wrist and pull it to the other side. And then come up, let your hands touch your thighs, slide towards your toes. Stay here or take your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers and let the arms pull away. If your hands went behind your back, return them to the sacrum and reach for your toes. On an inhale, press your shins away, find Ardha Uttanasana. On an exhale, fold. On an inhale, come all the way up. Once you're at the top, stretch it out, drop your tailbone. If it feels good, add a little back bend. Come up tall, hands down, and find your mountain. Top of your mat. Surya Namaskaram. Shoulders back and down, palms forward. Take a moment to reconnect your breath. Reestablish that mantra, intention. On an inhale, arms high. On an exhale, folding forward. On an inhale, press your shins or the floor away. That's Ardha Uttanasana. On an exhale, bend your knees, plant your palms, left foot to the back of the mat. Drop that knee all the way down. Sink into the left hip flexor. Stay here, or you can tuck your nose down to your knee. Might deepen the stretch. Some of you might even feel good to lift the knee, pushing into the top of the foot. Feels like too much, it is too much. Wait for an exhale, hips back, toes lift, hands walk with you if the hamstring is tight. Ardha Hanuman. And then shift the weight forward, bring both hands to your thigh. Keep the right hand on the thigh, take the left arm up, stretch it to the right side. Stay here or reach that right hand down to block or floor. Make sure you're touching something. If not, just keep the hand up on the thigh. And then hands go back to the top of the mat. Take it to hands and knees or down dog. You can cat-cow or add your vinyasa. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nice. On an inhale, let your left leg lift high. Keep the leg straight and the toes down. Flex both feet. You can. If the heel touches, you can lift the toes on the foot that's on the floor. Now turn the toes to the side and let the leg go higher. Only if it feels good, bend the knee. And then heave ho, step that left foot to the top of the mat. Drop the back knee and sink into the right hip flexor. Shine your heart open. The focus is on that stretch in the back thigh. Stay here or tuck your nose down. Stay there or lift the back knee. If your knee went up, put it down. And then look forward, hips back, toes lift, Ardha Hanuman. Shift the weight into the front foot, bring both hands to your thigh. Left hand on the thigh, right arm up, tip it to the left and stretch the side. Keep the hand where it is or reach it down. And then hands to the top of the mat. Take it back, hands and knees or down dog, cat-cow, or add your flow, whatever that looks like for you. Nice, everybody. And then when we're ready, we're lifting the right leg. We're going to keep the toes down and the foot flexed. If your heel easily touches the floor with the left foot, you're going to see if you can lift the toes. And then we're going to turn the toes to the side that are up in the air. We're going to take the leg as high as it'll go. Only if it feels good, bend the knee, and open that hip. Nice. And then heave ho, step it to the top. Left hand flat on the mat or a block. You can also make a fist. Right hand on the thigh, turn and twist, look to the right. Keep that hand down or reach it up. Some of you might keep that front knee bent. Your hamstring allows it. You might start to put a little bit of length in that front leg. Don't overextend the hamstring. If it comes real easy, some of you might even pop the toes up. And go ahead, bring the hands back down to the top of the mat. Stay here. Step the back foot up a couple inches. You're coming up for high lunge. Anjaneyasana. Arms alongside the ears, palms spin in. You're going to stay here. If it feels okay, we're going to add a hover forward. So we're going to take the head forward, arms back, create a straight line from the crown of the head out the back heel. So don't round your back. And then inhale, stand up tall. And then exhale, hinge forward and hold. Next inhale brings you up. One more time like that. Hello, quadricep, reach tall. Stay here or left arm forward, right arm back. Some of you might drop your right hand and reach the left arm higher, up and back for a bigger stretch. Wait for an exhale, hands to the mat. Step up with the left foot and back with the right. Right hand or fist on the mat or block, left hand on the thigh, twist and look to the left. Keep it low or reach it up. Keep that leg bent or add length. Honor your body. If you went up, bring it back down. We're stepping that back foot up a couple inches and you're coming up for your high lunge, Anjaneyasana. You're welcome to hold here or take a big inhale. As you exhale, shift forward and hold. Inhale, stand up tall. Exhale, shift forward. Inhale, high. One more time. Last time, high and hold. Keep it there or right arm forward, left arm back. Maybe drop the left hand and reach the right arm higher. Wait for an exhale, hands down to the mat. You can either step to ragdoll or down dog. If you went to down dog, you can add a vinyasa. If you went to ragdoll, you can hold there or set up your squat. Nice, everybody. You're in down dog, you make your way back to the top of your mat, and then we'll set up for malasana. Pinky toes near the edge, elbows above the knees, and sit into your squat. So remember, honor your knees. Maybe you're not warm enough. Some you're going to stay high. Some you're going to sink it all the way down. Elbows to the inside, thumbs to the sternum, and you're all breathing. If you went low, bring the elbows back above the knees. Just push them together to come up and hang into ragdoll. Grab your elbows and just sway a little, bending maybe to one side and the other, just counter stretching that area. And then drop your arms, bend your knees, and squeeze your belly as you round up. At the top, reach. Stretch it out, drop your tailbone if it feels good, add that little back bend. Come up tall, hands to your heart. Drop your arms, find your mountain. Take a moment, settle your breath. And then for studio purposes, step your right foot back, face the side, angle your toes out to 1 and 11 o'clock, setting up for your high squat. Bend your knees and sit low. Keep tracking your knees open. Belly's in, tailbones down. Hands can stay on your thighs, or you can bend your elbows and bring them up. On an inhale, just straighten your legs and drop your arms. Exhale, bend your knees and find your squat. Inhale, stand up. Exhale, sink low. Do that 2 more times. And then we'll all meet in our squat and we'll hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead, come up, drop your arms, square your feet, fold forward and touch the floor. And just let everything settle to center. You can stay where you are, or we're going to turn our right toes to the right corner of the mat and walk our hands towards that side. So we'll be backwards in the studio. If your knees need that space, you're going to keep it up in line with the hip. If you want more effort here, you're going to walk your hands forward as if they're going over to 1 o'clock on the hands of the clock. Nice. So you can stay here being active or walk it back in. And those of you that feel good to squat down into that left thigh, you just bend and squat down into the, right thigh and let the left toes pop up. Nice. Honor your body. Find what works for you. All right, get ready to shift to the other side. When you're ready, come up and over. And then we're all gonna either stay with the hands in or take that active option, walking your hands out, breathing into that left hip. There's your effort, right? And when you're ready to relax, you can either keep it here for a few more breaths or walk it in, keep it there, or sink it into that squat on the left knee. Honor your body. And then we're walking it back to center. And walk your hands way out in front and just find a wide leg down dog. So let this be a resting pose and just wiggle your hips and your shoulders. Let everything settle back to center. And then take your left arm, reach under, grab the calf or ankle, pull and look up under the right arm. And then switch it out. Look under the left. And then bring it back to center for just a moment. Wiggle your hips again. And then walk it in, turn your toes to the top of the mat. And let's all go back to down dog or child's pose. You can rest or flow, cat cow if you want something in between. Nice. Let's all meet at hands and knees. And just move through 2 cat cow tilts. Release your spine. Return to your flat back and take your right leg straight back. Roll the right foot to the side. Take your left toes, kick it behind the knee, and reach the right arm high. Some of you are going to stay here. Some of you are going to squeeze the belly, lift the back leg. Some of you are going to stay there. Some of you are going to bend the knee and reach for the top of the foot. You can push it away or pull it in. Pushing away may give you a little more balance. Nice. If you're holding on, release it with control. Bring your hand down, pop your left toes up as you go to hands and knees, and then send the left leg back. Roll it to the side, right toes kick behind the knee, left arm up. Stay here or squeeze and float the leg. Stay there or bend the knee, reach for the foot. Honor your body. If you're holding on, release with control. Drop your hand, pick up your toes, and press it into child's pose. Let's all roll out our wrists. And then stay here or press it to down dog. Hold or add a vinyasa. So your body, your practice. Nice, everybody. And then either from hands and knees or down dog, let your left leg lift. On an exhale, bring the knee to the nose. On an inhale, send it high. Exhale, squeeze it in. Inhale, reach it high. Exhale, squeeze. Last time, extend. And then step that foot all the way up. And then we're just gonna come up for your high lunge, Anjaneyasana. And then just open up that back foot and fall into warrior two. Look over your left middle finger. Stay here or lift your front heel. And then drop the heel and stretch it back, reverse your triangle. And then keep your legs straight, bring the arms parallel. We're going into triangle pose, left arm stretches out before the hand goes down. Remember, you're trying to imagine you're between two sheets of glass. You're tucking the tailbone, lifting the belly. Your neck is in line with the spine. So engage the neck muscles. If it's comfortable, look at the top hand. If not, look to the side or look down. Beautiful, everybody. And then squeeze your belly tight, come all the way up and stretch it back. And then wait for an exhale, cartwheel your hands to the floor, end up with the right hand down, pop the heel up and lift the left arm, end up in your twist. Nice, bring that hand down, take it back to hands and knees or down dog, cat cow or Adya Vinyasa. Your body, your practice, effort without tension, relaxation without dullness. And then either from hands and knees or down dog, let the right leg lift. Exhale, knee to the nose. Inhale, send it high. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, reach. Exhale, squeeze. Last time, extend. And now step it to the top of the mat. Come up for your high lunge. And then open that back heel and fall into warrior two. Look over the right middle finger. Belly still up, tailbone still down. Some of you might lift the front heel for more engagement in that front leg. And then drop your heel and stretch it back, reverse triangle, hold. Now keep your legs straight, arms parallel, right arm stretches out before the hand goes down, Trikonasana, triangle. Nice, everybody. Squeeze your belly tight, press into both feet, come up, stretch it back. And now bend your knee. Cartwheel your hands down, left arm ends up on the floor, right arm ends up. Go ahead, pop that back heel up for more room in the back leg. And then drop your hand, take it back to child's pose or down dog. Rest or flow, cat cow if you want something in between. Nice. Take 3 more resting breaths. That's 1, 2, and 3. Let's all meet at hands and knees. Move through 2 cat cow tilts on your own. Inhale, look up. Exhale, arch high. One more time. Wait for your exhale, return to your flat back and lower down to your elbows. Get your elbows under your shoulders and interlace your fingers. Tuck your toes and scoop your belly. Option 1, you're staying here. Option 2, hips high for dolphin. You can always make it an inversion. That's in your practice. You can always make it more core. You can shift forward and hold an elbow plank, or you can inhale, hips high. No, reverse that. Inhale, hips low, exhale, hips high. So we want the exhale on the squeeze. Drop your hips more, Tracy. Drop them more, just your hips. Reach through the crown of the head. There we go, that looks good. Nice, everybody. You guys look strong. We're all gonna meet in child's pose. And we're just going to stretch our shoulders. So if it feels okay to do it from child's pose, we're just going to thread the left arm under the right and stretch out the shoulder. If it feels like too much on the knees, just pop your hips up and make it more of a table kind of position. So you can have the forehead on the mat or the left side of the head on the mat. Some of you might wrap that bottom arm around and grab that back of that top shoulder. Then release it and switch arms. Left arm forward, right arm under, forehead or right side of the head on the mat. Some of you might wrap around and grab that top shoulder with the right hand. And the idea is just to deepen the stretch. So if you don't feel it, just don't do it. Or if it hurts, don't do it. Go ahead and switch. So both arms come forward. And then come up to hands and knees. And if a toe squat feels okay, we're setting up for that. So tuck your toes, big toe mounds touch, knees are wide. And then you walk your hands towards your knees. If this doesn't feel good, you can go to your other squat, or you can end up in a ragdoll. So you're going to try to sit up on your heels, knees out to the side, squeeze your belly, hands to the thighs or to the heart. So don't hurt your body. All right, so if you're in the toe squat, you can either reach down to round up, or you can just push up through your toes and thighs and then drop your heels and shake it all out. And find your mountain. Take a moment, settle your breath. We're just going to take our left foot, we're going to step it forward, and we're going to roll right into warrior 3 or airplane. The arms are back, unless you have a forward arm practice. Pivot at the hips. Remember, the straight line is more important than how low you go. You can change up the arms if you'd like. And then we're just going to come back to standing. And we're just going to take that right foot, step the right foot forward and fly on the other side. And then we're just going to come back to standing, give it a little shake. And setting up for King Dancer. If that doesn't work, you can go back to warrior 3. So left foot down. If it feels okay, you're kicking the right foot up. If balance is an issue, turn to touch a wall. Create a straight line first and then pivot forward about 45 degrees. Push the foot away. You can go up and back. And breathe. Nata Tadasana. And then exhale, come back to standing and switch. Right arm up. Catch the left foot or warrior three. This side. Go ahead, hinge at the hips. Actively reach through that right arm. And then push through the foot. And then hinge back to standing. Drop it and shake it. And find your mountain. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, fold forward. So you have an option here to hang out in ragdoll, to do another squat. If you have a crow practice, you can practice your crow. When you're done, we'll end up either at hands and knees or down dog. Looks good. Use your core. There you go. When you're ready, we'll meet at the back of the mat. Either down dog or child's pose, last vinyasa before we go on to our bottoms. Nice. We'll all meet at hands and knees and just do 2 cat-cow tilts. And then exhale, return to your flat back and come on to your bottom. Swing your legs around to the front. Keep your left leg out, bring your right knee in, keep it or cross it. This leg can stay straight or you can bend it back into a seated twist. You're gonna hug your knee with the left arm, right hand behind, look to the right. Some of you might add the elbow. And then wait for your exhale, unwind to the open side. And then come back to center and switch. Keep it or cross it, keep the leg straight or bend it back. Hug the knee with the right, look to the left. Find your pose, Ardha Matsyendrasana. And wait for your exhale, unwind to the open side, look around. And then come back to center. Both legs out in front and just take them out a little further. Reach your arms like you're gonna lower down. You're gonna tuck your chin. See if you can tuck down 1 vertebrae at a time. Starts to feel like too much, just grab your thighs and roll onto your back. Once you're down, just hug your knees in and rock out your back. And then plant your feet. We'll do 2 back bends. We'll start with bridge, arms alongside the body, palms down, feet hips width apart, parallel close to the bottom. You can also bend the elbows if you have tight shoulders. So on an inhale, you're pressing into the hands and feet, tilt your pelvis, roll up 1 vertebrae at a time. Some of you might be able to interlace your fingers, pick up the shoulders, walk them closer together. Think sternum to chin. And remember, hug the thighs parallel. So you're engaging the thighs. Isn't it great? Wait for an exhale, slowly lower down. And just windshield wiper your legs side to side. And then rest either with your knees together and your feet apart like a teepee, or bottoms of the feet together with the knees open like a diamond. You can stay here or second round. Knees up. You can do another bridge, or you can set up for full back bend wheel or Urdhvanurasana, fingers under the shoulders. On an inhale, tilt the pelvis, roll up just like bridge. Some of you are going to press into the hands. Look at you, Tiffany. Keep breathing. Look at you. Whoa, ladies look great. Come down with control, especially if you're in wheel. Nice, everybody. And then hug your knees into your chest and rock it out. And then keep that left leg in and send the right leg straight up in the air. Flex the foot as slow as you can. Lower the right leg. Using the low back, pressing into the floor as a break. Once it touches, give it a little rock. Stay here or let your left knee drop out to the side. Stay there or catch the pinky toe side of the left foot with the left hand. It's foot up, knee down. Nice, everybody. And then release your foot, arms open up, take a twist, knee to the right, gaze to the left. Your favorite twist, add what helps you. Release your back. And then bring it back to center, hug it up and rock it out. And then keep the right leg in, send the left leg high, flex the foot, and slowly lower the leg. Once it touches, give it a little rock. Stay here or let the knee fall open. Stay there or catch the pinky toe side of the right foot with the right hand, foot up, knee down. And then release, arms open up, take a twist, knee to the left, gaze to the right, keep the right shoulder on the floor. Add what feels good to your body. And come back to center, hug it up and in and rock it out. Stay here or bottoms of the feet together, knees press away. Stay there or both feet up in the air, happy baby. Any movement that feels good. And then feet together, knees together. If it feels okay, hug yourself up into a tight little ball. And then wait for an exhale and stretch it out in all directions. And find Shavasana. Make any last movements you need. If you prefer legs up the wall, that's always an option. Make sure your low back is comfortable. Make sure your shoulders are tucked behind the heart. Eyes are closed, if that feels good. And then just imagine a beautiful golden light enters the body through the crown of the head. As the light pours through, it brings warmth and relaxation to the scalp, the forehead, the eyes, the nose, and the mouth are relaxed. The ears, the cheeks, the jaw and chin are relaxed. Make sure you're not clenching the jaw. The neck and shoulders are relaxed. The arms, hands, and fingers. The chest, your heart and lungs. The abdomen with all your internal organs. The upper, middle, and lower back are relaxed. The hips, the pelvis, the buttocks, the thighs, the knees, the calves and shins, the ankles, the feet, and out the toes. The body is completely relaxed. This state of peace is your true nature. Take a few moments just to be. When you start to take the warrior's journey, you're going to find that it's often extremely inconvenient. When you start to want to live your life fully instead of opting for death, you discover that life itself is inconvenient. Wholeheartedness is a precious gift, but no one can actually give it to you. You have to find the path that has heart and then walk it impeccably. In doing that, you again and again encounter the inconvenience of your own uptightness, your own headaches, your own falling flat on your face. But in wholeheartedly practicing and wholeheartedly following the path, this inconvenience is not an obstacle. It's simply a texture of life, a certain energy of life. Not only that, when you just get flying and it feels so good and you think this is it, this is that path that has heart, you suddenly fall flat on your face. Everybody is looking at you, you say to yourself. What happened to that path that had heart? This feels like the path of mud in my face. Since you are wholeheartedly committed to the warrior's journey, it pricks you and it pokes you. It's like someone laughing in your ear, challenging you to figure out what to do when you don't know what to do. It humbles you, it opens your heart. So bring the awareness back to your breath. Let the breath fill your body. Bring your small movements, the fingers and toes, the hands and feet, arms and legs, until you're ready for a big stretch. And if it feels good, hug your knees in one last time. And you can roll to your favorite side. The right side is more relaxation. The left side is more energy, taking the fetal position. Maybe your favorite side is your back. That's fine. And in your own time, in your own way, when you're ready, make your way up to your comfortable seat. And we'll close our practice. Find your tall spine. And find your breath. Remember your peace, always within. Share your light. Hands to the heart. Bow in. Give gratitude. And look for the joy. Namaste. And thank you all for sharing your practice. And